I'm Georgia Mjartan, and I'm the Executive Director of Our House, which is a program for working homeless families and their children here in Little Rock, Arkansas. They're tough stories. These are kids who came here living in cars. These are kids who came here who spent last night in a tent or sleeping on the floor of someone's house who they didn't know. Long term, I wanted to do something here in the community where I grew up, where I can really learn and grow, but also reinvest what I'm getting even as I'm getting my education. UALR had this incredible program called the Donaghy Scholars Program, and it was going to pay for my education. For me, UALR was a time when I learned how to juggle a lot. It was a time when I got to have experiences that I had never had in my life. The gift that UALR gave me is these several professors kind of came around me and said, we want you to be our nominee for these big international graduate scholarships, these graduate programs. And one of those was the Rhodes Scholarship, another was the George Mitchell Scholarship, the Marshall, the Truman, all these kind of big name scholarships. And that alone was just a tremendous honor to be chosen to go up for these scholarships. But then the support that the UALR community gave me, that these professors put together mock interviews, that they sat across from me and said, Georgia, you need to be reading The Economist, and what do you know about, the conflict in the Middle East? And they really grilled me and prepared me so that when I got those interviews, when I got to that stage in the process, I was able to nail it because of that investment that UALR and those professors put into me. I was in student government and eventually became the student government president, and through that experience I learned more about leadership, which is something I use every day in my job now, than I did through any course I took on that topic. What I like most about this role that I have here at Our House is that I get to see firsthand this mother and her children who want to change her life, and 1 hour later I get to sit across from a business person who genuinely wants to make a difference in their community. And I get to put these two people together who would never otherwise know each other. And I get to be that bridge, and I get to say to that president of that bank or that company, you want to do something really meaningful that's an investment, that's not charity, I have an answer for you. And I get to say to that mom, you want a new life for you and your daughter. You want a high school diploma. You want your little girl to grow up and be a professional. I have that for you. We can do that for you at Our House. And that those promises are played out, that I have stats to back them up, that those are not hollow promises, that I can say that to that mom, and when she cries and shakes her head and says, I can't do it, I can say, well, 77% of our clients do. So technically, I think you probably can, because technically most people do. That I can say that to her, and that I can say to that bank president, you may be worried about what downtown looks like, and you may be worried about homeless people. I actually have a real solution for you that works. And I love being able to have those answers. I can't imagine anything I would love doing more than this job.